I'm Sartwell here of Intuitive Hypnosis, and this unit is called Catching the Dream. Here's where we're going to focus in on increasing your dream recall and what you can do that, and how to capture the dream and really write it down and record it in some way that works for you. So our first step to greater dream recall is to actually impress upon our mind, our subconscious mind, that we really want to remember dreams, and that they're very important to us. If we can convince our subconscious mind that they're important to us, they're going to give us more of those dreams that we can look at, parcel through, and really connect with. All right? So one of the first things to do is sort of release any programming you might have around dreaming, around them not being important, around dreams just being dreams, and things like that. When we're children, we absorb our programming from our parents and our environment really very easily because we haven't built up what in hypnosis we call the critical factor. And that critical factor sort of protects our subconscious from taking every little thing into our brain. We have our little conscious mind on this side, and when we're a kid, we don't even have it sort of loose and flappy. This is why what we're programmed with, or what we're told when we're kids, sticks with us for so long, because it just goes right into the subconscious. Now, you can change these programs by, whenever they come up of like, oh, it's just a dream, or I don't remember my dreams, or anything like that, stop yourself and go, is that true? And then say what you want in the form of an affirmation. So say, in the past I didn't remember my dreams and now I do. Or, in the past I thought my dreams were unimportant, but now I remember that my dreams are important and I remember my dreams. Just by repeating this over and over and over again, we can create that change in our subconscious. Another way of getting through that critical factor is repetition, because it beats down that door. This is why when we do affirmations and things like that, we repeat them over and over and over again, so that they get into the subconscious mind. You can also help yourself know that dreams are important to you by preparing yourself before bedtime. Take out your dream journal or your audio recorder, or whatever you're going to be using to record your dreams. Make sure it's right next to the bed and say, it is important for me to remember my dreams, and think it. This can help get your subconscious go, oh, she's like putting that there. Oh, okay, that's important. All right. Another way that you can sort of program your mind that dreams are important is to use your imagination and sort of like a daydream right before bed. Now, this daydream, you basically go through what it is you want to create in this moment. This is usually called creative visualization, is some people call it that. What you want to do is visualize yourself and picture it, think about it, pretend you can see it, whatever you need to do to get there. And see yourself going to sleep, dreaming, and when you wake, that you remember your complete dream. You might understand the dream a little bit more than you have in the past. Anything you want to put into that vision, then do it a couple of times, where you're imagining you falling asleep and waking up and remembering your dreams. This sort of programs you to your subconscious so that you will actually get that dream you can remember later. This is just one way. You can also use the audio self-hypnosis MP3 that I have put into this unit. Please download it and use it right before bed to get you into that I'm going to remember my dreams programming. The more you use it, the better it works. You can use it right before bedtime to get into a good sleeping, dreaming groove. I would recommend that when you reach the end of the MP3, just pull out your earbuds and go to sleep. You will remember your dreams even better with self-hypnosis. If you've also been trained to use self-hypnosis, you can go through that creative visualization process that I talked about in self-hypnosis to get it to even work better. One of the other ways that you can use, like I already talked about, is that affirmation of, I'm going to remember my dreams, and when I wake, I will write them down. And then you repeat it. Tonight I will dream. I will remember my dreams and write them down when I wake. You can also throw in there, I will understand the dream symbols. Or I understand my unconscious mind or my subconscious mind even better every time I dream. Things like that. These sort of affirmational statements aren't where you are right now, but they're telling your subconscious, this is where I want to be. And every time you visualize that, your unconscious mind is not always aware that what we think isn't real. Does that make sense? So, like, you can imagine going through the whole process, and your subconscious mind is like, oh wow, we can remember dreams now. Okay, I'm going to make that happen for you. Does that make sense? Now, you can also show yourself that your dreams are important by beginning to share them with other people who are supportive of the work that you're doing. When you share your dreams, you're telling a story that is important to you to another person. Now, I say supportive people because you don't want to tell your dream to the hobo on the street because he's going, you're a nut, you know? You're going to want to tell it to someone who you respect and love. So you could do it to your family members, a good friend who's interested in dreaming stuff. You could also join a dream group where you share your dreams with other like-minded dream goers. The more socially acceptable it is to remember and recall your dreams and that they're important, the more it's impressed into your mind of like, oh, this is a part of my culture. And the programming gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, one of the things that can stop us from remembering our dreams is that when we wake up, if we shift too quickly from dream to, what am I doing today? What can I get up and be excited about? Or what is my big duty today? I have to go and do this or do that, da-da-da-da. If we start talking and thinking about our waking life in our mind before we've fully awakened, we can totally forget the dream. We shift our focus from that dreamy, amazing, creative time to, oh, I gotta do this. Here's my list. I'm making the list now, da-da-da-da, and I'm getting up. I'm making the coffee or tea if you're me, and getting on with my day. This signals to your mind that, oh, okay, we're getting on with the day. All right. It's our conscious mind is the part of us that chooses what we focus on. And because you focus on, waking up and getting on with your day and making your lists and all of that, instead of, what was I dreaming? What was that dream? What do I remember about my dream? And maybe even focusing a little bit, just gently, towards, if you've reviewed it a couple times, what do you think this means? Before you wake, you can remember more of your dream. Now, the last part that I have for making these dreams important is that when you wake, when you're in that waking state, remember to write it down. This is really big. In the ancient cultures, just the ability to write something was thought of as magic. Ancient scribes were revered. So it sort of works in that unconscious mind of like, hey, this is important. I'm now writing this down. That's, you just told me something so important, I'm going to write it down. Can you think, just imagine, someone at a, author event, and this guy is talking up at the front of the classroom and telling everyone about, dreams and how important they are and whatever. And there's this one person who's furiously scribbling down everything he says or she says. And think about that. How important is every word to that person? That's the same feeling that your subconscious gets from you waking up and immediately writing things down. Now, I'm going to stop here, and I'll let you go to the next one in this unit.